Hey guys, so Fox just dropped the brand new Dark Phoenix trailer, so I'm gonna do a breakdown. In the first shot, Jean is sitting in the rain upset, and she says, "Why did you make me do that?" Most likely because, she probably killed someone, she probably lost control. Next, we see all the X-Men, the Beast, Quicksilver, Charles, Scott, Storm, and Rogue. And they're confronting Jean, and this kind of reminds me of, that old scene in X-Men 3: The Last Stand, where Charles dies. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Now Rogue shows up and she offers to help Jean and says that she's her family, she's her friend. Now Jean loses control of her powers and knocks Rogue all the way back. And by the tone of the trailer, I'm 95% sure that Rogue dies here. And probably pretty early on in the movie too. Next we see this white-haired lady, and she kind of tells Jean that she has this power and that she's something special. I'm not too sure who she is because I don't really follow the X-Men that much. Next, we see the whole X-Men in space, and something happens, and Jean uses her power and showcases it pretty well because these scenes are pretty cool. I'm guessing this is early on too because I don't know, she seems to have saved the day and she seems to have control of her powers right now. Next, we go back to the first scene where Rogue approaches Jean and where she knocks her back, and this is what I mean by the tone shifts and that I'm 95% sure that Rogue dies. You can just look at the characters and they're in shock, so yeah, that kind of proves my point. Next, we see them in the cemetery, which was also in the first trailer, and yeah, I guess the person who's buried is Rogue, and obviously the Beast isn't too happy about it. Next, we get a really nice shot in the dark of the X Mansion. Next, we see Jean using her powers on Magneto, who's in a great deal of pain right now, as you can see in the trailer, and yeah, it looks like she's lost her control of her powers again. In the next shot, we see Scott asking Professor X, "What are we gonna do now?" And Professor X gives his greatest Patrick Stewart impression, like he actually sounds and looks like Patrick Stewart in this shot. Next, we see Quicksilver running towards Jean in the same scene from the start of the trailer. And after that, we see the Beast talking to Professor X, saying that it was all his fault. I'm assuming Charles was hiding something, and that kind of caused a problem. And it's probably part of the reason why Jean can't control her powers and all that stuff. Next, we see a series of shots of chaos, most likely caused by Jean, or the Dark Phoenix, and we see Nightcrawler getting beat up. We saw the Beast getting beat up as well. And I'm not too sure what this last shot is, but this might be near the end of the movie, probably the last shot, or this might be when Jean dies, I'm not too sure. Next, in a train scene, we see Magneto using his powers and manipulating the guns to shoot at her. And, yeah, I guess that's not gonna work because Jean's kind of invincible. Okay, I know she's not invincible, but she seems pretty overpowered in this trailer. Next, we see Storm showcasing her powers. Now, in the last few shots of the trailer, we see Jean showcasing her powers again. And honestly, these last few couple shots actually look so cool, in my opinion. And we really get to see the Dark Phoenix overcoming Jean. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. This last shot where she kind of destroys this train looks cool as hell. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. I hope it doesn't suck like The Last Stand, but I don't know. This seems pretty good. I'm honestly looking forward to this movie because I'm not sure about you guys, but I kind of grew up liking Spider-Man and the X-Men, and then I got into the Avengers, so I don't know. I do like the X-Men, so I'm definitely gonna watch this. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, share to your friends, turn on notifications, comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you guys soon.